Hello guys and welcome, and this is my story to IT. Look at me, I'm a 32 years old, brand new head of training department in one of the biggest Ukrainian digital banking startups. This position was my dream, the goal I was going to for the last 5 years. On this photo, I'm an invited speaker in one of the biggest Ukrainian HR conferences, speaking something about digitalization process in trainings for corporate personnel. I came to this point working for 5 years of corporate trainings positions in biggest banks in Ukraine and working for different businesses even before that. And it was a peak of my career at that moment. As a head of training department, I've got salary of 1,500 euro with a perspective of getting 1,700 euro if I pass successfully the probation period. And I can say it was a very good salary for Ukraine at that time. And I didn't even know that only in 4 months I will lose this position, totally exhausted, disappointed, and I've lost my swag to conduct trainings and to make presentations. That was definite depression and total burnout. And I've left this head of training department position for other company which worked not in banking sphere. They were selling cars, but I didn't care. I just wanted to escape. I was ready to study new industry, study how to sell cars and so on. I didn't even care if I will cope with this position. And after 3 months I've lost this position also because I didn't simply pass probation period. And that was first time when I lost my position in such a way. I was totally destroyed and my career was, definitely fucked. After that, my old friend from banking sector was a head of training academy in one of the Ukraine biggest state banks. And he took me to the open vacancy for the decent salary of 1,200 euro without any perspectives of getting any salary increase or career advancement. And you know what I've noticed shortly after working in this big state bank? People are coming there to end their career. This is the place when you don't even have to work. You can simply come there in time and go home in time. Do nothing, just wait for your pension. This is like a safe airfield for your life. So here I am, 33 years old, formerly perspective business trainer with a trainer's certificate of very respectful training school, master's degree in banking, already wearing glasses and a little bit overweight. And at that time I started to understand that something is totally screwed up with my career and probably with my whole life. In 2014, the revolution happened in Ukraine, which led to the war with Russia. The Ukrainian economy dropped and so dropped the national currency. And my salary decreased from 1,200 euro to only 450 euro in the euro equivalent. But you know what was the turning point? I had a car at the time, Fiat Grande Punto. I bought it brand new for crazy 20,000 euro. And after taking one of the routine's technical inspections, I've been told that some small pump, electric pump in this car is already in a bad shape and eventually it has to be replaced. And I have to prepare for this because it may cost me around 600 euro. And I remember my thoughts at the time. Yes, you know that it will be coming. This small electric pump will eventually die. And you have to be prepared for this. So I have to save a little bit of my salary each month to have the necessary amount of money for replacement. And after some time, another thought came. Look at me. I'm saving money from each of my salary just to replace a shitty electric pump in my car. How could I come to this? I definitely need to do something. And I remember I opened the website which specialized on IT jobs. I just wanted to find some side hustle for me to get some extra money because I had some basic knowledge in HTML and CSS. And after surfing a little bit the vacancies, I saw a crazy things. People with the experience of 2 years with Angular or Django were offered salary of 2,500 euro. At that time I didn't know what Angular is. And those open positions were many. Just for you for understanding, to get such level of salary in banking, you have to work for 10 years climbing the corporate ladder, fighting with other people, intriguing and doing really shitty things without any guarantee that you will get this position. So I decided to know a little bit more about this mysterious Angular. I found the book. At that time it was NG book, the very big one and very boring. And I started to read it, just from the beginning. At the time I spent 2.5 hours every day in public transports just to get to my working place. So instead of listening to music and staring in the window, I started to read. After 1.5 years, when I get my first full-time position as software developer, my colleagues did not believe me that I read this NG book whole, because this book was so huge and boring that it was used by developers only for references. 8 years have already passed till the day when I'm recording this video. I'm living in Munich and I'm working on the senior engineering position, building cloud infrastructure for one of the biggest German financial startups. My career is thriving and I'm heading to position of architect here. I do what I love and I know that things may change in just several months, but I already know what to do to not to allow this to happen. Thank you for watching to the end. This is my journey to IT, and stay for more stories like this.